Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to see how and where to get the BattleTech Extended 3025 to 3061 Commanders Edition. I am going to copy this at the top, which is the direct link that will be in the comments below. So all you have to do is click that and take you straight to this page. The first couple of information it gives you is basically about who created the extended mod, also the manual about it as well. Some dates here are when the map changes, when the wars start, for technology to be released, and so forth. Then you've got a couple of missions, some details about how the weather affects the missions, like the biomes, like the heat, the cold, the foggy for minus accuracy, gravity so you don't jump as far, and so forth. Different mechs that are available, and the fact that you can now have Simulation Plus, Simulation Hard. I'm going to do a Simulation Plus playthrough soon, because basically that is the tabletop rules rather than the vanilla game rules on the PC. Also pilots and how they have now got quirks. If you, for instance, use them in a particular mech for all the time, they become quirks with that mech, combine with the mech better, and also where they're from, they have mechs from their origin as well, which is really good. Skills, some weapons, Argo upgrades, facilities, factories, all this type of stuff. Head, torso, arms, legs. How they've slightly changed it so it's more, as I say, comes into line with the tabletop rules if you want to go for the simulation or hard. Anyway, as you get further the way down, here's your extended file, extended CE1937 zip file, the community asset bundle, and if you want to go for the 8 mech drop, which is 2 lances rather than 1, then you've got the bigger drop patch here. What you do is you click them. I have created a BattleTech folder in my downloads to keep it in a nice, simple, easy to find location. What you do is you double click, highlight everything, right click, copy, and then go to your Steam folder. So you'd be on the drive that you've actually got your games or BattleTech installed to. Steam apps, common, BattleTech. They're the different folders you go into. So it'd be Steam apps, common, BattleTech. And then in here, you have to actually create a mods folder. You right click, new folder, and call it mods with the S on the end. So it's the launcher can actually read that there's mods there. Go into it, right click, paste, but they're all already here. I'm not going to do that because I've already done it. And I don't want to mess up the playthroughs that I've got. Once you've done that, if you pop back to the guide, the installation website, it also says like download and unzip, blah, 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 which is what I showed you. You should see it's close to, then you need to download the community asset bundle, the folder you've just created, and then just press basically install button. Again, I'm not going to do that because I've already got it installed, but it's very, very, very simple. And the way you do that is you go to this little button here, community installer, double click, and just let it run. And then it would already have that mods folder you've just created highlighted anyway. It did for me, and you just click it and go. To finalize the installation, you must go to the BattleTech mods modtech folder and run the modtech injector.exe, which is, so you're in BattleTech mods modtech and the modtech injector, which is this one here. That is the final step. Once you've done that, you're good to go and you can play the game. when you click the BattleTech icon, it runs the modded rather than the original vanilla game. If you want to then do the extended drop, it's download this here, then the bigger patch drop, and then just literally copy, right click over your installation, and it will automatically override, say yes to everything, and away you go. That is the installation. Simple as. Depending on the speed and the upgrade of your computer, I don't know, it could take roughly 10 minutes or it could take half hour. Once you've got all that installed and you click the icon, then you should have this come up, this little icon down here, which is a BattleTech icon, and it will come up with ModTech version 0.8.0. Obviously, they do update as they go. That's why you've got the community install bundle there, which has the updates available as you go. As you can see, that didn't take too long. Campaign, career, skirmish, all exactly the same as it is in the vanilla. As you can see, this is the BattleTech Extended Commanders Edition. I'm going to go career. I could go continue and show you what I've already got going, but you can see that on my channel if you wish. What we're going to do is go new. When you're in this screen, this is where you can change the difficulty and if you're vain, your score that you could earn in a couple of months or a couple of years of playing the game. But we ain't going to bother with that. We're going for the tabletop rules. Basically, when you get a new mech from any mission, where you like, say for instance, you salvage 4 parts of a mech, you can have the option to have it unequipped, which means it will come as you buy a mech. It has a stock loadout, which is basically like guns it should come with, and jump jets if it comes with any, and so forth. You have the option of actually having it unequipped, so it's just a basic mech, then you change it and put it how you want, or like that. So it actually comes with all of its guns, all of its heat sinks and ammo and so forth, which I'll show you in a minute. But we're going to go, as you can see, the difficulty jumps down, jumps up if you do have it as unequipped mechs, and jumps down because obviously it gives you all the weapons you need. Iron Man mode is once someone's dead, they're dead. Simple as that. And you only get like 1 save file. Can't do more than 1 save file for it. So, for instance, if they die, they die. It's simple as that. Reduced Argo upgrade costs, pretty simple. Self-explanatory, just affects the score multiplier at the end of the game. That doesn't just affect it, that just affects, as I say, saving and stuff like that. You can have 3 parts, up to 7 parts required to assemble a mech. 7 parts is majorly overkill. That's super hard. As you can see, look at the change in difficulty. You get the parts by buying them at the stores, the black market, or by salvaging them from missions, basically. Randomized starting mechs is very good. Never actually done one where you actually choose your starting mechs, but randomizing them is nice. You can choose your starting year, 3025, all the way down to 3061. So you can, I started at 3061 in my last playthrough, but when I do a new one, I'm going to start from 3025. So basically, I go through, as you can see, all of the start dates, which is through the end of the war, through the 4th Succession War, Clan Invasion, and so forth. The map will change as the time goes. So I'm looking forward to that, I must admit. But I'm going to have it as 4 mechs. This setting controls the number of the salvage purchased. Yeah, I'm going to have it as just 3 mechs do. 3 salvage do. 4 salvage. I'm going to have it as 3 because I want to, basically. When you get to the heavy mechs, like the atlases and stuff like that, they start to become a little bit rarer. So 3 mechs is good. A nice little 4 mechs, four parts to assemble. 3 or 4, 3 or 4. I'm going to go for 4. Why not? Keep my starting year the same. Unequipped mechs I'm going to keep, but I will, for the first time, actually choose my starting mech rather than having them randomized for me, because I've never done it. So I'll be able to show you as I'm doing it, because randomizing just obviously gives you, I've never actually had the chance of choosing them myself. Overall difficulty is normal, hard, simulation, and simulation plus. I'm going to go simulation plus. Enemy force strength is normal. I'm going to keep that on normal because the overall difficulty is on maximum now. Your starting planet, you can choose from any of the great houses. You can choose from the outer worlds, from no faction whatsoever. Star League Defense Force. Carry on from the original vanilla game. Start in Arano if you want to, for the Arano restoration. I think personally we should start on Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds, why not? We're a merc. Let's start in the Outer Worlds. Advanced Mech Warriors are just keep them as normal. Don't really bother. Well, we'd do them rare. Do them rare. As I say, all these really do is change the difficulty for your score multiplier, which we're not going to bother about anyway. Mech destruction is once your mech's gone, it's gone. So we're just going to leave that off. Salvage, we'll just keep as normal. Mech warrior progression, you can have normal, slow, or very slow. So we're just going to keep it as slow. What that means, the Mech Warrior progression is when, I'll show you in the Mech Warrior screen, but when you actually get your Mech Warriors, it's how many points is required for the next level of any particular skill. The salvage, as I say, we're going to keep normal. Lethality means once you're dead, you're dead. We're going to keep that off because if you and any of you guys want to become a community mech warrior, you're more than welcome to. No rare salvage. We do like rare salvage, so we're going to leave that off. And is that everything? Outer Worlds, simulation, these are all done. That was done. That's all been explained. Oh, contract payments. I missed out contract payments. So you can either have a stingy amount, normal amount, or generous amount. Quite self-explanatory. When you actually choose a mission, it's how much your contract payment is. Now, you can have generous if you wanted to and make the game a little bit easier. As you see, the game difficulty goes down. Or you can leave it as stingy, so it's really difficult, or normal. Now, me personally, things we've gone for an extremely hard simulation plus, which is the tabletop rules. I'm going to go for generous because that's me. As I say, we're going for 4 parts to make a mech, so we might have to buy a few pieces. The generous isn't that bad, I don't think, especially when salvage itself is still normal. What we do is press start game. And here we are. Doesn't take that long to actually get the game going. And so basically this is you creating your character. This is obviously because you want it company. So decades ago, your family came to the Reach from and have a choice of the great houses, from the rim worlds, from the deep periphery. You know, it's your choice where you want to come from. So we are going to choose the deep periphery because, you know, we don't want to be aligned with any great house. Not yet, anyway. Until the day after your 16th birthday, when, again, you can choose. You can have your family died in an accident. We all went bankrupt. We was betrayed. We were exiled. We struck out on our own. So I've never went for the accident, so I'm going to say your family died in an accident. Out on your own, you fell into the life of a freelancer, gladiator, an innersphere mercenary, merchant guard, pirate, or the Oregon collation soldier. Now, I did go for mercenary before because we are a mercenary, but I might go frontier pirate just because with the frontier pirate, I want the pirates to be our main allies, so we have access to the black market. Not that these really make that much difference. These piloting guts. All I mean, once you these are the, as again I'll show you on the Mech Warriors in a minute. These are basically just how far your mech can go in a turn, how far it can travel. The guts is how much damage you can take. And when you actually have conversations with missions or flashpoints, having the Oregon Reach or the deep periphery as your background stats will sometimes give you a special dialogue. Edit name and appearance. We are going to choose Mech Warrior call sign is a Gingz because it's a Legend of Gingz. My first name is actually Dean, and my last name first half. Okay. And something that looks roughly like me. Let's go for looks roughly beard. Let's get one that matches the beard. I'm gonna go for probably that one. That's probably a good representation of the beard and everything else. Well, the beard's a little bit longer. It used to be this long, but it's about half, literally here, it's about half the size at the moment. I'm going to go for that one. Customize. Don't like that clothing. Oh, I like the blue. Go with the black. Blue. Have the blue. Lighting. I'm going to go keep it on that one. The lighting I'll keep with probably that one. Being ginger, unfortunately, I'm quite pale. Not that pale, but oh, a ghost. That'd do. Roughly about there. And obviously, hair tips, hair roots, injury, and gingery. That pretty much does it. I don't really care about the tattoo and the scar. And we will save. Look at that. Away we go. A mercenary's career. You have everything an industrious mercenary commander could want. A crew of talented misfits, a lance of ancient battle mechs, and a derelict cargo ship to call home. It's one thing to finish a mission in one piece, more or less, but it's another to keep your mech warriors happy and healthy, your mechs patched up and ready for action, and your balance sheet firmly black. As the rumours of another war succession intensifies, the Mercenary Review Board announces new evaluation protocols to assess the mercenary company periphery with a score. This is the score that they give you. I think it's like 1,200 days in. We ain't gonna bother about that. Anyway, continue. And this is it. So you start with 1 million. I've never actually started with the patch. So the mech bay. I wonder if they give you the 8 mechs, or you have, I don't know. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start with 5. Okay. Bit of pants. We've got a panther, a commando, a Jenner, a spider, and an indicator. So it's random in a way. Meh. Because I didn't choose them. I like them to be in. And they are kitted out. Not with the greatest weapons in the world. Still they are kitted out. When you want to change anything, you've got the hiring hall. So here is where you can hire new mech warriors if you want to. You can get ones with like special icons. You can have ones which are Ronin. You can have ones which are like when mech warrior was being made, they're Kickstarters. I do like to collect Kickstarters on my and just normal specials. In the store, you have different tabs you can choose from. So the mechs that they've got on offer: Flint, Shadowhawk, Trebuchet, Urban Mech, Cyclops. But this is obviously only one part of it. We need to. But this is the money it costs for one part of these. Griffin and the Locust. The equipment, all the jump jets and the heatsink. I'll show you what they do in a minute. Ammos you can choose, and weapons you can choose from. So you can have support weapons. After you punch someone, the support weapons will fire. Support weapons are the shortest range weapons. You've got missiles, which is short range missiles or long range missiles. That's what SRM and LRM stand for. They have no energy weapons like lasers, unfortunately, but they do have they're called ballistic weapons. So you've got your autocannon, autocannon 2, autocannon 5. All this means is the damage it can do. As opposed, like an AC2, autocannon 2 won't do as much damage as, for instance, AC10, cannon 10. When they have a little plus, it means they have a bonus. This one has plus 10 stability damage. They do a basic damage of stability. Like for instance, this one here will do stability of 15, damage of 44. This one has plus 5, so it's 15, 45. This one has plus 2 accuracy. Better for hitting your target if you're on the move or distance. And 25% crit. So when you do hit, you do 25% more crit to that particular part of the mech to create more damage. Awesome. Obviously an AC20. And this is saying it's got 2 quantity available, and these are only 1 quantity available. 2 quantity. The command center. These are where your contracts are. So, as we're starting off in the middle of, actually, where are we starting off? We are starting off in, MERCnet system update. Yes, so basically when you download it, you get trade settlements, military expeditions, and so forth. Store filters, biofilters, and difficulty filters. They are done up here. So you've got like your skull range, your actual difficulty range filter, which is like skulls, half a skull, 1.5, all the way to 5. Biome filter, so you can have a desert, glacier, jungle, for instance, Martian, lunar, and desert, which all the red ones will create more heat. Glacier and tundra, blue will give you more weapon fire before you start to get heat, and then rain, which is like cover and stuff like that. Store filters are battlefields, chemicals, electronics, industrial, mining, research, and Star League. And if you click on, say, industrial, hold over the information, it tells you that that's where you can get like cockpit upgrades, heat sink, heat banks, thermal exchanges. Battlefields are where you can get gyros and actuators, or actuators. I can never pronounce that. Chemicals is where you can get your LRMs, SRMs, and flamers and inferno missiles. Industrial is sorry, I don't know. Mining is where you get all of your like autocannons. So yeah, that's the map. We are starting right over here by the looks of it. Pretty cool, because the first thing we're going to do is start to upgrade our pirate reputation. First thing I want to do is have access to the black market. And that's where it comes into contracts. Contract is how much money you can get max pay, how much max salvage you can take, and how much max reputation you can get. So if we click on it, this is for the Draconis Combine against the Outworlds Alliance. And if I go full money, I can have 500,000. If I go full salvage, I can have 3. But I can mainly pick from the end of a mission and then 14 random. That's probably what I'd choose, because it's the very first one, and we've got £1 million in funds for jumping into the system. It can range from like only 4 all the way down to all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. This one's against the Federated Suns. This one is against Suns. B team is against the Draconis Combine. So it's just a matter of who you want to choose to get your reputation move up the most. And if you want reputation more than money or salvage, just put these all the way down to 0. And your reputation jumps up more. So you're getting 5 rep as opposed to 3 rep. I know it doesn't make much difference, but when you're in the higher end, 3, 4, even 5 skulls, that can jump from 12 up to 20. Huge jump. In the Mech Warriors, we're in our barracks.
What's the plan?
Right, so this is myself. I'm going to put 2 into gunnery and 1 into tactics. I have some leftover points that I can use. Gunnery is, as you can see, determines a chance to hit with ranged weapons, higher skills, the effective counter evasion, and environmental effects. Piloting is basically how far you can travel. So it increases melee hit chance and base sprint distance. Guts is basically your health, your Mech Warrior health, and your recoil and your threshold of heat generated by firing weapons. And tactics is the effectiveness of a called shot. So if I want a core shot on like the left torso because it's got the most damage to it, tactics is how good a shot we're going to take. Right, now mech bays We'll use the Vindicator right now for mechs in the mech bay. So we've got these to choose from. We can take all 5 if we wanted to. The Vindicator, you have to click the refit button and it fetches you up this. And you can see there's heat sinks, jump jets, PPC. Can't really change everything too much at the moment. What I would do is put the ammo into the leg, because if the ammo blows up, you lose all of this. If it was in the torso, you'd lose the torso and the arm. In the leg, you only lose that leg, which means you can still walk about and jump about, just not as far, and you still keep all your weapons. If your ammo is in your torso, you lose your LRM5, small laser, and your center torso becomes very vulnerable to hitting. Means you could die and lose your mech. The way you can check that you have weapons is this is your support hard point, this is your missile hard point, this is your energy hard point, and this is your ballistics hard point, and this is how many jump jets you can have. So it's got 4 jump jets. You can have 2 energy in the right arm, 2 energy in the left arm, and 1 energy in the head. 1 support on the arm, 1 support in the head, and then your missile is torso. All of them are set out like this. Firepower is up in the top left here, 115, which ain't too bad for a starter mech. Your heat efficiency, so it shows you what your heat sinking is, it's 48, and your alpha strike is 51. So if you used all of your weapons all the time, you're going to overheat, because it's more than what your heat sinking is. So if we took out, for instance, PPC, you can see that the alpha strike is now only 24, so you can just fire away everything all the time and not worry about overheating. The range is obviously out range you can go. PPC can go the farthest because it's one of the biggest weapons. You've then got your medium weapons and small weapons. Laser. Small laser is part of the alt. Medium laser is part of a hard point, and your PPC is also a hard point. Icon. Movement is how far you can go. Durability, you can have a lot more durability. This is not too bad actually. This white line is your durability. That's not too bad. I mean, there's some cancel that out. Something like this, for instance. As you can see, all the white lines aren't right up. They're only just being used. What I am going to do, actually, I'll show you. I am going to strip all the armor, strip all the equipment, max the armor, because we don't want to lose what's it called?
I wrapped up that job you asked for,
Our mechs straight away. So this one, again, the armor on this, as you can see, is appalling. But we're going to strip everything.
On it. That work order you submitted is
complete. Panther is still pretty well still pretty well armored. Heat efficiency isn't too bad. But again, we're going to strip everything.
Logged
and I'll show you why.
Job's done, Commander.
Refit. Again, this one is only like half armored, so we're going to strip. Strip everything again.
Right. I'll get it.
And the Vindicator, we can then strip everything, and then we can start doing it how we want to do it. So I'm going to max the armor, so everything has a maximum armor. Doesn't make too much difference to the durability because pretty well armored in the first place. But we're going to put on a large laser as opposed to the PPC. And we're going to put on, as you can see, the heat efficiency has shot up. Or have we got here? We can put on a medium laser, another medium laser, and you can see the heat efficiency is coming down, but the firepower is starting to come back up to from what it was. We'll put the small laser back in, and then with the rest of it, we'll put in heat sinks. Put the jump jets in there. Sinks. Jump jets. Jump jets. And we've got just under 2 tons left at the top here, 43 from 45. It goes to the store and we'll buy some heat sinks. Boom. That is us done. So we've got medium lasers, small laser, large laser. But we have very high. I'll take one on, one off. I mean, that's not bad because you probably will never use, like if you take the small laser off, as you can see, the heat efficiency goes up. The small laser, really, you have to be so close to actually use a small laser. We're going to actually leave the small laser off for now. So that is how it will look. We'll take that heatsink off. That is fine. We've got 5 tons left to play with. And we can put on maybe an SRM 4. SRM ammo. Again, we're putting the ammo in the leg rather than in the torso. So if it goes, it's only the leg that goes. And we'll smack on another heatsink. Oh, heatsink. What I can do is take that off. It's basically a matter of playing around, seeing what you think is going to fit better. What I can do is then put the small laser back in. And one last heatsink. There you go. So we're only losing like half a ton, which is negligible. Negligible. That's good. Will take 20 days to do though.
On it. I'll let you know when that's
The
done.
Jenner. We will maximize the armor. Then we will put on 1, 2, 3, 4 lasers. That's a bit much. 2 lasers and 2 ammo in the leg. Heat efficiency is still really high. Got maximum armor. And we'll chuck on some jump jets. We're not going to be jumping everywhere all the time, so that isn't a bad little deal. Use the jump jets as and when required. Confirm that.
Logged and noted.
Hamper.
Shouldn't be too hard.
We will put the PPC back in. We will put the armor to maximum. The heat efficiency, because we're only putting 1 weapon in, is pretty good. And we will also put in maybe the LRM5. Ammo. LRM ammo. And a heat sink. Some jump jets. Just like that. So the heat efficiency is still really high. Okay, the firepower isn't great, but this is a long distance with LRM5 and a PPC.
Right. I'll
I'll get it in the schedule.
Spider. Maximize the ammo. Is an up close like scouter. So we will go for the ammo of machine guns. 29 out of 30, and we're just on the jump jets. Go. 3 jump jets, machine guns. That's our scout done.
On it.
And then
I'll
the
let you know
commando.
when that's done.
The commando can have 2 medium lasers. Can't have any jump jets. Have the SRM4. SRM ammo. Come on. Why won't you let me do that? Right, so not let me put the ammo on. There we go. SRM ammo. And then we need some heat sinks. Take that heat sink off. Max the ammo. And we lose half a ton. That doesn't matter because the heat efficiency is 1 below the actual heat sinking for the alpha strike. So you can just shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot all day and not overheat. Unless he's in, for instance, like a biome like desert and so forth, which will affect.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Engineering.
Welcome to engineering, Commander.
This is your
Happy
ship
to be here.
upgrades. So you've got your power system, your structure, your drop size, repair and refit, how many mech bays you have going, your training modules, your med bays, and your recreation. So just like how many things you can have open at once. This is see visually the actual cargo repairing on here as you do it. So instead of being like burnt and broken and everything else, it comes all nice and clean. The drop size is what we need to do. You do not have enough funds. How much is that? 1.5 million. Wow. That basically that would allow us to. We can only take in 4 mechs. You have to actually build your command control center up. You have to actually take 8 all 8 mechs. Yep, that's a bit meh. Never mind. Your repair and refit is how many mechs you can have repairing at once. And as I say, the star map. Oh, sorry. The in navigation, your star map. Well, the map. So you got all the houses, and this will all change as time goes through, which we're going to go through all the way from 3025 to 3061 and see all the change. That's pretty much it, really. That's your basic starter guide of how to find it, install it, and set it up. Actually get those mechs going. So you've got 20 days, 32 days, 48 days, 56, because it does basically does the first one, then the second, and the third, then the fourth. When you have the ship engineering, this bit going, mech bays, and this, you can have 3 mech bays going, and when you have the repair and refit done, which is the top end one, you can repair 3 mechs at the same time rather than only 1 at a time. That's what I did. So this is going to take far too long because the bill actually manage tasks. Put the ones up that will take less time. 8 days. There you go. So you got one at 8, 12, 8, 8, 8, 12, 16, 20. The next financial report is going to be in 30 days, and that will be for can't see. Oh, finances is in your captain's quarters. Finances, so it tells you your monthly total. So we could actually do that. We could actually do all of their mechs how we want them to, and then go start questing. Yeah. Also, is your reputation with different mechs, different great houses, and clans and pirates and so forth. And then you can customize the company. The Gingz Marauders is not what I want. I know exactly what the name's going to be. The name is going to be Legion of the Hawk. There you go. And we're going to go for the colours of blue, actually orange, then blue, orange, blue, and orange, blue, and black. There you go. Done. Things we're mercenaries. I'm just going to pick any old one that's in here. Normally I'll go for this one here. That's my go-to icon, but I'm going to see if there's any other icon available that catches my eye. No, I'm going to go with the old faithful. That one. Done. And that's it. That is basically it. What I am going to do is fast forward so you can see how it goes. Oh, right. If you've got the download, the DLC download, when you bought the game, you'd have this. It's great. It gives you a little bit of a bonus. And we get, oh, we've got an assassin with some half decent weapons as well.
That mech you asked for is cleared for fighting.
So what we'll do is we'll just click on the assassin. Already comes loaded out. Again, the durability is a bit pants. So we're going to fit it out how we want to fit it out. Medium laser. We've got no... What we'll do is we'll fit that out actually as and when we get more salvage. So we'll go back. Click play. As you can see, the time is ticking down. This is why the score up here is remaining days. Yep, there's just telling you about flashpoints and stuff like that. Comstar news. Hostiles continue to wind down throughout the innersphere, though tensions are still higher, with the systems along with the borders being raided for the blessed states. It appears that the great houses are more concerned with fleeting gains over helping their citizens from the horrors of the Third Succession War. Labour disputes on the Free World League's system and Tibber have broken down, and workers are threatening to go on strike. As one of the major production centres in the Free World League, we can expect stiff. No lasting problems. As I say, this is your score. I think it's 1200 days to get a score of how well you do. We ain't really bothered about that, to be honest.
Ready to go over financials whenever you are.
And this is what the monthly financial report looks like. So these are the costs. These are the weapon. Sorry, these are the mechs that we've got. So right, this is what the financial report looks like. This is what the financial report looks like, and you've got your mechs down the left, how much it is to actually keep that mech a month, and down here on the right is your mech warriors and how much it is to keep them a month. Here you can either go for a lower estimated monthly cost, but you do lose quite a lot in morale, or major overcompensation, but you get a lot of morale back to your in mission special abilities. All we've got to do is go until the Panther is ready, and then we can start doing missions. Because we can only drop 4 mechs at the moment. Okay, so we have in our mech bays, we have 4 mechs available. We actually have 5 mechs available because of the assassin. The assassin is very, very, very weak. Look at its durability; it's only 3 squares and only 1 square of firepower, as opposed to what the commander. And the assassin is a medium mech, as opposed to the commander, which is a small mech. And the fact that a medium mech has the same durability as the small mech is quite bad. For instance, the Panther has 4 squares and the Jenner has 4 squares. Makes a big difference. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day there, and you have enjoyed or got information that you didn't know, or you know where to download from, any kind of benefit at all, please smash the like button so other people can then get benefit as well. If you would like to see any future content, then smash the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye all.